guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. I'm joined by Lciop, one of the best players in all of CRL China for Nova Esports. This is the deck that we're going to be covering today. This is my favorite deck in the game right now. I started playing this. All it is basically I made a couple substitutions in the deck, right? So I have Bar Barrel is out. Still have Snowball in here, but now I have the newly buffed Dark Prince, who I think is really the big winner out of these last balance changes. In this deck, between like the PEKKA, the Dark Prince, and the Bandit, I can handle anything on the ground. And then between the Ewiz, the Baby Dragon, and the minions, don't worry about air with this deck either. I love this deck, guys. All I did was make a couple substitutions, but I figured, you know what, I'm a noob, so let me give the deck to Lciop, who's, you know, one of the bridge spam gods in this game, and see what he thinks of it. I gave it to him yesterday. He got back to me today, and he said, 2 words, very easy. And then I said, so you like it? And he said, yes. So, suffice it to say, he really likes the deck as well, so he's going to be playing it live today on Top Ladder over 6,000 trophies. Now, this video, as I mentioned yesterday's video, and you might notice this by Lciop's new name, is going to be in dedication to Mr. Fan, who sadly passed away earlier this week or this weekend. And after fighting with cancer, and Clash Royale was actually a huge source of relief to him and an escape from his treatment. He underwent like 6 operations and of course chemotherapy. And the Clash Royale community, especially the Chinese Clash Royale community, obviously came through really big for him, and they pushed to #1 in the world. They had a bunch, just dozens of clans who changed to a heart emblem and put a memorial note in their clan description. So this video, again, is going to be dedicated to him, as well as in memoriam through Lciop, who actually knew Mr. Fan. So here we go. Against this first match here, it is against Epic Toy, who's another really good player. You probably recognize his name from the top of the leaderboard. And things so far in this match, well, I hope we start with a win here, ladies and gentlemen. About 45 seconds remaining in regulation here before we go into sudden death mode. And Royal Giant being out of hand, Lciop decides to go with a PEKKA in the back. So this is one of those videos that even selfishly, I'm really interested to see how Lciop plays this, because this is my deck. So this is I'm very excited for this video. So he goes PEKKA in the back here, but it looks like he's trying to mount a big counter push. He plays out Dark Prince to keep that PEKKA at full health here, and a lightning comes down. Oh, just in the nick of time on that Baby Dragon. Arrows to finish off that Baby Dragon, but look at the elixir discrepancy here, guys. Lciop's going to go hard in the paint on the right here. PEKKA finishes off one of those archers. Now we have a bandit. This is going to be relentless bridge spam here, guys. He's got to be. Look at that big elixir advantage that we have right now. Fire Spirits, Mini PEKKA all out of hand. He's going to go ahead and use a Dark Prince against that Mini PEKKA in the right. Let's see if he goes all in on this push. I think I would. Let's see what he does. He goes Dark Prince. There's the PEKKA, just like we called it, guys. A PEKKA, a Baby Dragon, and a Dark Prince. Dark Prince is going to one-shot those archers. Lightning comes down. PEKKA's going to go ahead and just avoid that tower. Bandit gets a charge off on that Mini PEKKA. Dark Prince finishes off the tower. And there it goes with the first match victory against Epic Toy. Let's go ahead and hop into match number 2. This deck is sick. All right, guys, here we are in match number 2 against Hertha Chris. So again, the deck is a little bit heavier, right? So compared, if some of you viewers were you know, along the ride with me playing the PEKKA spam all season, I will tell you that you have to play a little bit more defensively early on. And against Bait, surprisingly, because the first thought that went through my mind when I took out that Bar Barrel is, wait, am I gonna really struggle against Bait? Keep in mind, a charging Dark Prince from behind the tower, like you saw Lciop do right there, will hard counter a Goblin Barrel. So Dark Prince is sneaky kind of tier 2 option against Goblin Barrel. Of course, you do have the Snowball, you do have the minions, and of course you have the Ewiz. So you have like a few weapons against Goblin Barrel, but of course, you know, not as well off as you would have been had you had the Bar Barrel in the deck. So of course, you know, give it a shot. That's all I'll tell you guys. I love it. It's so easy to play with the Dark Prince in there. I do think the Dark Prince is probably a little bit too overpowered right now. What do you guys think about Dark Prince? I'm kind of happy with it because he's been so stale and out of the meta for such a long time now that the fact that maybe he's a little bit too strong, but the fact that he's still he's actually viable now, and more than viable maybe. To me, it's kind of exciting, but we'll probably get sick of it towards the end of the season, right, when he's everywhere in every deck. So minions here against the skeleton barrel, and again, against this mortar rascals matchup here, we don't have the bar barrel, so we can't use it against, like, say, the rascals and the goblin gang, but we do have plenty of distraction units for the mortar. And against the skeleton barrel, forget it, we have that splash damage. Oh, look at that snowball, guys! That was a beautiful snowball, allowed Lciop to connect to the tower with a full health baby dragon. Well played from Hurt the Chris. Man, that predictive snowball was pretty smart there, especially considering it wasn't a guarantee they were even going to play the goblin gang there. I guess Lciop just knew that's all they had in hand, even though we had a baby dragon going down the lane. So we take that tower down to 1931, and as I was saying, I think the last card might be, I don't know what it might be. I forgot what is it a snowball maybe in this deck? There's really no use for snowball. I mean, obviously you can get some value, but not a ton of value with the deck that we're playing with snowball. So now we have baby dragon in hand there against that minion horde. And as I was saying, guys, for the third time now in the video, right, we have plenty of answers against splash. You saw the E-Wiz there against the skeleton barrel. We had the baby dragon. We had the dark prince. So the fact that we don't have bar barrel and we do have the dark prince, we still have the minions in the deck. Still, you're gonna find that you're still able to handle robustly defensively pretty any situation. So here we go. It's going to be two girl rascals and the bats. Perfect baby dragon placement there to engage with the bats before the miner there. We have a dark prince in the back. So again, it's this PEKKA baby dragon dark prince. How is he going to stop this push? That's what I want to ask, guys. Baby dragon stays alive with that timely poison there by Lciop. Look at this. Snowball finally comes down here. Again, the poison's going to go ahead and take out those bats. We have a PEKKA, a dark prince, man. Good luck stopping this deck. Look at that push. Let's go into match number 3, guys. All right, guys, match number 3 underway against Jacko from 50 Boss Esports. So we've seen it 2 matches in a row, guys. What have we seen, Ash? What are you talking about? What have we seen? 2 victories? Yes. But we've seen like 2 monster pushes. And that's really the name of the game with this deck. If you take one thing away from this video, this is what it's going to be when you're playing this deck, right? This deck is all about picking and choosing, trying to get a little bit of chip damage, and playing smart, positive elixir trades defensively, and manufacturing slowly an elixir advantage. And you've seen Lciop do that in both of the first 2 matches. So what do I mean by that? I mean, and beautiful E-Wiz placement there to still hit that hunter on Lciop's behalf. But I mean, throughout the match, there's going to be times where you're going to pick up +1 elixir, +2 elixir, +3, and you try to just kind of put those in the bank, right? And save them, especially in double elixir time when you get closer to the end of the match, guys. That's when you save them for the relentless bridge spam that's going to end you the match in your favor, you know, if things work out according to plan. So that's what you're trying to do in a nutshell with this deck. You're trying to kind of pick and choose your spots, try to, you know, you're not playing so passively that you're never applying pressure. You saw with the surviving E-Wiz on that previous sequence, Lciop put a bandit in front of it there, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not really, it's not like, it's called bridge spam, but you're not just constantly spamming bandits and dark princes at the bridge. That's not how you play this deck. It's a little bit heavier. It's all about manufacturing that positive advantage, putting those elixirs in your proverbial bank, and then cashing them in big in double elixir time. So now we have a hunter and a prince. Unfortunately, the hunter's going to stay alive to take care of that bandit. So now we have a big push coming down the right lane. We have 4 elixir, about, hey, that's perfect amount of elixir to play the dark prince there. And the E-Wiz helps out as well. And that was beautiful. Even the dark prince placement there, he placed it just to make sure he wasn't going to take a shot from that hunter. I think a lot of players would have been tempted to put the Dark Prince right on the Hunter, but the Hunter would have gotten the shot off first while the Prince was loading onto the map, right? So another good decision making being played out there by Lciop. 45 seconds remaining here. We reload with the bandit in the back. He responds, Jacko that is, with the charging Prince in the back. So here we go. Poison comes down on this E-Wiz and a connection with that bandit onto the Prince. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but earlier this week, after MeFan passed away, Lciop pushed this account all the way to #1 in the world, and he hasn't actually played it since, although he still is pretty high, still top 100. And look at this push here, guys. We're going to take care of the Hunter, take care of the Prince. We have a Bandit on the tower. We have a Dark Prince almost on the tower. Baby Dragon is bleeding through the Prince, but not onto the tower yet. But relentless pressure. Here's where we're cashing in, guys. Baby Dragon, Dark Prince, good game, good luck. Another victory, 3 in a row for Lciop. Let's go ahead and move on to match number 4. All right, guys, here we go. Against Eros Tornatora from Clash 2 IT. Italian clan. Eros, I think that he's a, I want to say I've seen him around before. Good player. And he goes with Dark Prince on Dark Prince here again, just kind of illustrating that Dark Prince is really slowly but surely creeping his way into almost every archetype inside the game. He responds with a Zap to try to mitigate our minions, and then we go in with that nice Bandit. So it looks like he's playing also a Bridge Spam deck. Maybe it's also a PEKKA Bridge Spam deck, because I've seen the Dark Prince replacing the Ram Rider in a lot of Bridge Spam decks that previously used the Ram Rider. And it looks like that might be the case with this deck now that we see the E-Wiz in the back. Dark Prince, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not like, and it was a big buff too. It's not like we're overreacting to a small buff. When you think about it, right, it was, you know, its range was increased by 20-something%, and its radius, I believe, by 25%, so it's like splash damage radius with every swing of the mallet. So now it's going to be a PEKKA Dark Prince, and it looks like it's going to be probably a PEKKA Dark Prince in response here. Yes, indeed. From Lciop. Minions go down. We're fighting on our side of the arena, so even though we have the elixir disadvantage, that's going to be largely mitigated by the fact that we have our tower helping us out here. But does the... well, we can't get a hit there. This could be trouble here, guys. Oh, E-Wiz at the very last second. That was a beautiful E-Wiz. Take care of the Dark Prince, and now alive here against these Barbarians from the Battle Ram. So a different version of the deck with Battle Ram here being played by our opponent, but we have Baby Dragon. I don't know, I think it's kind of personal preference, but I think I prefer Baby Dragon in this deck. Just, you saw in the other matchup against the Mortar deck, how much Baby Dragon, we really leaned on it for that splash damage response. And, you know, a lot of players say, and I frankly agree, that Baby Dragon's one of the best cards in the game right now. So I'd actually prefer the Baby Dragon. Plus, it makes Lava Loon and Balloon decks much more manageable. Even though the Baby Dragon's not the best counter straight up to a Lava Hound push, it's still better than nothing, especially for the Lava Pups and any other air targeting troop, or air troops, excuse me, they might have in their deck. So again, it's PEKKA Dark Prince versus PEKKA Dark Prince here. Our Dark Prince is going to kind of move our PEKKA over the bridge there, but both of the PEKKAs are outside of the tower damage of the opposing player's tower. Poison and poison being dropped by both players here. This could be trouble. A nice Bandit, though, going to get a charge off against that Dark Prince. And look at this Bandit. Look at that Bandit value, man. The Bandit is single-handedly taking care of the Dark Prince, and then the PEKKA, and then moving on to that, what was it, a Battle Ram or something? Either way, we have a Dark Prince on Dark Prince here. We have minions down as well against that Barbarian, and E-Wiz is down by the opponent here. 7 seconds remaining here in regulation. 5, 4, 3 seconds remaining. Baby Dragon there to, and we, hey, look at our towers, guys. We haven't taken 1 HP worth of damage so far, and then we get the Baby Dragon lock onto that left tower. Baby Dragon really showing his value in this matchup here, right? Because that's the only difference in our decks is the Baby Dragon in for the Battle Ram, I believe, or Bar Barrel as well. So a few differences, but I like our version a little bit better. We actually make contact with that Bandit in the right lane. They decide to ignore that Bandit. Gonna take that right tower down to about 20, 36 damage, but we have a Dark Prince still alive here on defense, but a big push coming through. We have a Dark Prince. We have a PEKKA. We have minions. Oh no. What do we have here? We have a Bandit at the very last second. Bandit, do we have the Bandit's dead? I'm having trouble seeing what's going on here, guys. A lot going on the screen. But either way, we're able to mitigate the damage. Not too bad. 1655. I thought that could be tower down. I thought we could be on the receiving end of what we did to our last 3 opponents there with 1 monster push. So here it comes again. Let's see if Lciop goes opposite lane again, or if he sticks same lane here. So PEKKA Battle Ram this time. PEKKA, Battle Ram, and a Dark Prince. We have E-Wiz in hand, though. We're definitely going to want to use him as well. Actually, no, I take that back. This time we switch things up defensively, going with the Baby Dragon in the poison, trying to mitigate the poison value from the opponent. Then we go with poison out of hand with the E-Wiz in the back. Nice defense there by Lciop. And 6 Elixir, it looks like he's just going to let this go ahead and die here. Actually engaging on the Battle Ram. Probably going to finish that Battle Ram off. And we go with the P.E.K.K.A in the back here. And Eros here responds with the P.E.K.K.A in the back as well. We're already over halfway through overtime here, guys. Who is going to win this match? My vote's for Lciop. Let's see what happens, though. Certainly not over yet. So we go Dark Prince opposite lane, and they drop a Dark Prince of their own. We have minions opposite lane as well. Meanwhile, the Poison is down, gonna take out that E-Wiz for the opponent, and then the Baby Dragon lives on. We have a Bandit living on the right. Battle Ram there to kind of buy a little bit of time for Eros. 58 seconds remaining on the clock here, guys, and a P.E.K.K.A in the back again. This could be a draw. This could be a draw here. Let's see what he does. Wouldn't be shocked if he waits for him to overcommit and then goes super aggressive in the right lane. So we still have, I think, like a 1 Elixir advantage once you account for all the troops. Here he goes. Dark Prince in the right, minions in the right. And he tries to kite with that Battle Ram. And then we have a Bandit in the right. A Zap is down. Bandit charges on the right. 835, 284. Bandit's going to take that tower down with Poison. 24 seconds left. And the right tower is down. Very well played there by Lciop. 4 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do one more match. All right, guys, here we go. One more match. Oh, and I can't pronounce his name, but a lot of people asking me to get this guy on the channel. We tried to make it happen. We had a scheduling conflict last week. Plays a very unorthodox Hog Barbarian deck. So if you guys want to see this deck on the channel, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to bring him on. He also has Miner in the deck. And like I said, it's a little unorthodox, a little bit off meta, but I love sharing kind of off meta stuff with you guys as well. He's a really good player. Let's see how Lciop handles this. But remember, yeah, that's right, it's also Ice Wiz, and he doesn't have a big spell either, which is pretty crazy. It's a crazy deck. It's like, it's kind of, it's weird. It's unorthodox. Like I said, there's the Hog. Barbarians, I forgot the rest of the cards he has, but he has a lot of success with this deck, obviously being at the very top of ladder with it. So here he goes. There's the Barbarians. We did get 1 strike with that E-Wiz, but again, look at our deck, right? Like, we are very well equipped to handle this matchup and pretty much every matchup. That's why I like this deck so much. It's funny, you only tweak a couple things from the original version of P.E.K.K.A spam, and it just works so much better, at least for me. I actually climbed, you can check my Stats Royale log in the show notes. I always have it listed there if you want to see like what I'm up to in the arena. But I climbed 500 trophies, from 5,100 to 5,600 just in one night playing this deck. And it's nothing special. I'm not even top, you know, I was top like 9,000 when I stopped pushing yesterday with it. But nothing special. I'm not saying like I'm a great player. I'm just saying I had a lot of success with it, so I can kind of stand by that it's not just anecdotal. So here we go, Dark Prince and a Baby Dragon. There's that bomb tower. I told you it's a crazy deck. Let me know if you want to see it again, guys. Are we going to be able to break through here, though? It looks like Arrows goes down. Arrows, what card is that? Is that some kind of a new card in the game? Arrows? Somebody in my YouTube comments the other day had a good idea, and just buffing Arrows by like 1% HP buff, just so it can kill archers, because then it would make it a viable option. But right now, Snowball is just way too good. Like, I don't know if arrows are even necessary. Like, I think that this deck might even be better with Snowball in it, but, you know, far be it from me to say. So, Well Played comes down there from Uchaya? We'll call him Uchaya. And now a bomb tower down as well. We have a Baby Dragon right in the middle there. And then we have the Poison down on that Ice Wiz. Poison's also going to soak up some of these Barbarians, do some damage there. We have a Snowball down on those Archers. Bandit's going to charge on those Archers. We have a full health Baby Dragon on the right tower, and is going to do a lot of damage despite those Spear Goblins, taking the tower all the way down past 1,000 HP. Now we just have to defend. We have enough Elixir saved up on the defensive end for that P.E.K.K.A. 1090 remaining. Lciop is so good, man. He's making this deck look even more OP than I truly think it is. So now we have a Charging Dark Prince going to run right into that bomb tower. Dark Prince is going to solo that bomb tower, taking it all the way, taking it down to dead, basically. And then we have the Baby Dragon ready there. P.E.K.K.A still about half health, and the Archers are down. Baby Dragon's going to take care of those Archers. Poison's down. Bandit on the tower. Dark Prince is on the tower. Dark Prince with the final blow there. And again, another victory for Lciop. This guy's a beast, guys. Try the deck out. I guarantee you guys will love this one. Seriously, my favorite deck in the game right now. that's gonna do it for this video. I don't want to tempt our fate here. I just feel like we've gotten so many wins in a row. Why? You know, part of me is like, why end now? And then part of me is like, let's just keep the win streak alive and just end the video here. So that's what we'll do. And again, you know, my condolences and sympathy to Mr. MeFan and the entire Chinese Clash Royale community. By all accounts, again, really awesome guys. So thank you to Lciop for coming on, and thank you for the entire community for kind of rallying around the loss of a loved one in one of our own. So guys, I'm going to end it on that note. Huge shout out, of course, to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner in Clash Royale. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.